Today we will talk about how to evaluate your design drawings to not only improve them, moreover, I will provide you with a checklist. So whenever you have trouble with your work, you just come back to this video. Did you ever came to the point where you either could not judge or decide what to work or improve on? Well, then this video is for you. First of all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Janos. I'm a professional concept artist. I started my career in 2017. I worked on things like games, mobile games, animated movies, and commercials. I also show and teach people how to improve their art skill, build a creative routine, and how to develop their professional career. Today we will talk about how to evaluate your design drawings to not only improve them, moreover, I will provide you with a checklist. So whenever you have trouble with your work, you just come back to this video. For this, we will look over the character designs for one of my mentorship students. In order to work and get hired as a concept artist, you need to be able to display certain skills. When I review portfolio by students, these skills are sometimes not there, or either they are not strong enough. So here's your first checklist. Do your drawings communicate form and shape properly? And when I say properly, I mean in the highest possible quality that you can bring to the table. When I work with people, we always shoot for quality, not quantity. Because quantity will come through the repetition of quality. This is extremely crucial to understand. And this is also why you maybe heard the phrase before, less is more. But let's start from the beginning. When we talk about communication of form and shape, we are talking about either drawing or painting them. What I always would recommend, especially in the beginning, is to focus intensively on improving your drawing skill. Because it's not only the language of any artist, it will also provide you a great structure to all your paintings and creative works. Whenever you draw any object, you need to provide solid form, which is the equivalent of communicating all three dimensions. And you also need to provide good shape. Drawing a good shape has many important aspects, such as beautification of form, but also communicating intrinsic emotions in order to convey them to the viewer. One of the biggest problems I encounter with new art beginners that they assume that the person or the viewer will understand. But matter of fact, as a professional artist, it is your duty or your job to provide all important informations, such as material, texture, change in form, or silhouette. So make sure your drawings always communicate the things you intend to communicate. This will ensure and enhance the understanding, but also the quality of your work. But let's dive a bit deeper in character design specifics. But before that, I quickly want to explain how my student actually got to this point. Unfortunately, today, a lot of people still only produce single images and put them in their portfolio and do not get the response by the companies they might want. It is sometimes the case of quality, but also missing structure in their portfolio project. And this is my personal opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. And it's also the way I teach it, is the best way to build a portfolio by making a project. A portfolio project consists out of multiple images of a certain entertainment idea that gets displayed and communicated through design, iteration, story building blocks, supported by references, and communication. I always explain it in a way of packaging a lunchbox. You want to offer the viewer or the client or potential job offers a package of your fantastical ideas. Show them how well you ideate and develop your ideas. And at the end, display them in a nice manner. This makes it so much easier to not only understand your work and your skills, but also you as a person. Why? Because companies are also interested in the persons they're going to work together with, since people work together with people. So this can't be forgotten. So in reverse, if you are copycat number 9999 of naked chicks on mech robots, you will maybe have a tough time. In order to get to this point, my student went through multiple one-on-one sessions where I showed him my personal method of building a story setting and crafting out design ideas. All he needs to do is to develop and execute those ideas while trusting my lead. This is, of course, one of the toughest steps for yourself. because it's the first one. And to explain all this in this video probably would explode in length and go above and beyond. But as Destiny came along, I will actually teach a portfolio class on the 8th of June, where I will teach maybe you all of these things in a matter of 8 weeks. The first few weeks will be a indie phase or individual phase, where I show everyone these tools and things they need to know in order to do them by themselves. And we will work on building portfolio projects while also learning design basics. After the so-called indie phase, we will also have group projects where you work together with others on really cool projects in order to strengthen the new given skills, but also to have a lot of fun creating really cool shit over the summer. Excuse my language. If you're up to it, make sure to go on my website or check the link below. Read all the informations in the read more section. And if you're down, book the first slot on the 8th of June and we will have an awesome time. Let's continue with the checklist. Let's assume you communicated form or perspective correctly. Watch out for elements that either break or not break the silhouette. Sometimes you can enhance a silhouette by adding or continuing certain forms. This will create a very interesting visual rhythm. A visual rhythm is something you can imagine, such as playing a piano. While not only playing one key the whole time, you will probably add multiple keys. If we would just play one key the whole time, it would be pretty boring to listen at. But if we change that, we can create an interesting rhythm. Making certain elements on purpose bigger or smaller, can have a greater effect on these visuals. The next checkpoint, story and design idea. In the provided example, the student designed really cool mud soldiers. Now, looking at these designs, we also want to add a personal note to them. Such things as graffitis, stickers, a pack of cigarettes, basically anything that communicates the idea we have for the character. This is extremely important to make. Not only it is better looking, but also it is much more interesting in terms of storytelling. Since he went for soldiers who carry big tech items, it is not only important that the designs look consistent and interesting, it is also important to show how to carry these. Whenever you look over your iterations on the next day, you should always ask yourself, are these forms properly attached? Are these things following the form? Does it make sense how things are attached and where things got carried? Obviously, we work in entertainment and there is a lot of room for extremes. On the other side, it is also our job to make cool, epic things. Just think about your favorite movie or think about your favorite game character. From my experience, things can be over the top and they can be fantastical as long as it is consistent in the provided setting and universe. But if you intend to design something a bit more down to earth, you need to provide more realistic solutions. You don't want to know how often I heard about this looks awesome, but we can't do it because we don't have a budget. We can't do it because it not really fits into the game. Try to be self-reflected over your project. Focal areas. If your character has a specific trait or a specific thing that makes him stand out, make sure to focus on this first. Everything you design after should be in a visual hierarchy. Important things first, and everything minor becomes after. That does not mean, and this is something I also see sometimes, that things are just kind of like thrown into the design. They didn't receive enough attention as they should be, or they do not even get designed properly, which is not a problem. Just try to be more aware about it, because this could communicate a wrong intention if you forget certain things, or you don't even do them, or everything looks awesome, but the boots look crappy. So let's assume you drew and designed 4 to 8 different solid ideas. This is, by the way, a good household number to shoot at. But again, quality over quantity. Just keep in mind, every design that is below the general quality will lower the overall deception of your design drawings. So here's another checklist. So first I will look at all the designs again and ask myself these questions. How unique is the idea that I display? So have I seen it somewhere in a different entertainment IP maybe? How interesting and good is the game mechanic or the concept behind my idea? And how well would it fit into an entertainment IP, such as a game or a movie? Is it a cool character type I would like to play? Or would it be cool to interact with that character? And for the last one, you need a little bit of imagination. How well Do I imagine the final result that I will display? Do you have the feeling of, oh my God, that's going to be so freaking cool when it's done? Then you're on the right track. And sometimes you just have to follow your gut feeling, you know? These are 3 questions that can help you to judge your own designs. If that is still not enough for you, I give you another secret tip I brought up while I was teaching people the last 5 years. Give every category a number, okay? So a rating from 1 to 10. And then get the numerical average. First category gets 5 points, second one gets 6 points, and last one gets 7 points. So the overall number is 18, and the numerical average is 6. We do that to all the designs, and then we have technically rating numbers, and we just decide on what number has the highest. From doing that with my students, it always clears out the issues and the trouble on making a decision, because I understand sometimes it's really hard to make a decision when you're so close to the subject. By the way, talking about being close to the subject, you now have a channel membership for this YouTube channel. You have now the availability to become a channel member. And of course, I also want to reward that. I first of all truly thank you, of course, because it supports me in making these videos. If you decide to become a channel member, you have access to extra video material, digital goodies such as wallpapers, brushes, handout from certain episodes. There will be an extra video section about form language to our video today and everything that's going to follow. We also will soon launch the ArtZone print store, where we're going to have a pre-order phase. So I decided that everyone who's going to pre-order a print, let me actually get one. So everyone who's going to pre-order a ArtZone print will also receive a personalized ink drawing by me as a thank you. I hope this checklist will help you in order to move on. I also hope to see some of you maybe in summer class or in the mentorship program. See you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.